Thank you for joining Living on the Cheap and Trying to Figure It Out. Today I'm going to do a book review. This is not a financial book, but I found it very interesting and I thought I should share it. This is the Steve Harvey Jump. He did a video. He's the host of Family Feud, and he did an after hours or off tape. Well, they kept recording, but it wasn't part of the show, about taking your jump. And it's about taking that leap and having faith in doing something different or following your gift, whatever your gift may be. And things like that. I can't even explain it that well. I will put a link to his video down below. But the book is excellent. As you see, I got it from the library. Cheapest way to get books, babies. But just wanted to let everybody know, I almost always get my books from the library. Rarely do I buy them these days. And that's because it doesn't fit in my budget, and the library's free, so why not? Go check out your local library. There's lots of things there. Anyways, some of the different topics he talks about his life, actually, which I found very, very interesting. I had no idea that Steve Harvey had lived in his car for 2 years. 2 years. I did know he had 2 previous marriages before his current wife, but that's all about. And I just want to go through the chapters of his book. Number 1 is Ain't No Lesson Like a Bought Lesson. Paid for lesson. He had got an offer to do acting for a TV show. He had never acted before. And somebody had, when he was doing the first scene, I think all the casting directors or the directors were like, why the hell did we hire him? He's horrible. And so somebody went up to him and said, you need to hire somebody. I will pay for your first lesson. You need to get some help. This is horrible. You will get fired and you will have to pay back the deposit that they paid you. And so he learned a big lesson in not being too big to ask for help or getting help. And it goes into a lot more details than that. But it's talking about the jump that he first took into getting some gigs and things. Anyways, chapter 2, there are no straight lines in nature. And that is true. Even a blade of grass is not perfectly straight. They usually have a little bit of a thing. So he talks about your path. Your path may be from here to here. It's a straight line. Well, God will give you paths that will take this way, or nature, or whatever you want to call it. Whether you just call it the sixth sense, whatever. It's just nature. Doesn't keep you straight. It kind of goes in all kinds of directions. If you're going through hell, keep on going. And he talks about going through his divorces, and he talks about being broken, living in his car for 2 years. And I thought, that is interesting, because I know a lot of people who would have just got a part-time job at McDonald's and gave up on their dream. His dream was to become a comedian. He loved telling jokes. He wanted to be on TV one day, and he didn't know how to put the two together. And so he did a lot of small gigs before he got into the Kings of Comedy act. Anyway, so that's one thing, is going through hell to keep going. Number 4, life is a 4-letter word. Life. Not the F word. Life is a 4-letter word. And how life will throw you different things, and you could be accepting or not accepting of these things. And every time you fail at something, it's not a failure, it's a lesson. It's a life lesson. And he goes into quite a lot of depth about that one. A man without a vision or a dream shall perish. He does quote the Bible quite a bit. I didn't realize, that is another thing I didn't realize about Steve Harvey, is that he's quite a biblical man. He is a Christian. And he's he knows his Bible, that's definitely for sure. Stop existing and start living. Another thing I didn't know, though he had made a lot of money before his last wife, he never traveled outside North America. He traveled to Vegas quite frequently and gambled a bit, but he had never truly traveled, even though he had the means to do so. And at one point, I guess after he got married and after he did well, his wife's like, we need to see Greece, we need to see Rome, and all these things. And he said he had never, ever done that before, even though he had the means to do it. And he is so glad that he did it, because it shows him the other side. It shows him more than what's going on in his own backyard or even in his own country. And he took that to heart. A couple of things was don't quit and acknowledgement. The whole book is about not quitting, and that's hence the name Jump, is taking that jump, that first leap into doing something different or something that changed, or maybe that's something that's not part of your plan. Anyways, I would give this a 4.5 stars out of 5. Why not 5? I don't know. I guess I'm really hard and I just rarely give 5. But it is an excellent, excellent book. It's called Jump, Take the Leap of Faith to Achieve Your Life of Abundance. And he talks about your gift. And Steve Harvey has a couple of other books. I've read one of them. I read the Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success, and that's a really good book too. I totally would recommend that one. He has Straight Talk, No Chaser, and Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. That's more of a business thing. His books are a lot about business and making it in life. So I recommend it. Go check it out and check it out at your local library. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe below.